Hey folks, this is Soul with a bit of a mid-weekly. It's nothing special, it's just shorter and mid. Hit the like button, subscribe for more coverage, catch me live, and let's go. Blizzcon has officially been announced, and while we're light on the details, it's happening at the usual first weekend of November, on the 3rd and the 4th at the Anaheim Convention Center. This is a big deal. It's the first BlizzCon since 2019. It's what I consider to be a Warcraft sort of BlizzCon, where we can almost definitely expect an announcement of WoW's next expansion, and that is special. It's going to be WoW's 10th expansion to launch on its 20-year anniversary, so it's going to be a banger, but who's going? Reactions online were quick, especially from some of Blizzard's biggest chills. Fans who often went to the convention for many years, of course they are going to go, and yet we face some really harsh realities. We live in what some would call a post-pandemic world, but it's not like it's gone. Some people who would normally go to events like BlizzCon, unfortunately they're immunocompromised. Others, meanwhile, may not be, but are close to people who are. It's primarily the reason why I, unfortunately, will not be attending this year. It makes me wonder if this year's BlizzCon is going to be as populated as what we're used to though. Like, are there going to be restrictions unique to the event? Will there be a lower cap of attendees? There's still a lot that we don't know, including how many rounds of ticket sales and how all that stuff is going to work, and according to Blizzard, we're going to learn more next month, so those who are interested should book rooms now. In fact, even though I'm reporting this thing today, it's probably too late. There's another harsh reality in that over the years since BlizzCon 2019, Blizzard has been hammered with numerous everything. From how Warcraft 3 Reforged release went, to the awkwardness of Overwatch 2's release, more on that in a bit, to the Blizzard lawsuit, the way that staff has been treated, the reception of Shadowlands, Diablo Immortal's very existence, the more recent mandate for people to go back to the office, resulting in a spike of turnovers, and then they have the nerve to pop their collars and run a whole ass convention that's all about them? Sure, why not? Some are saying that to hold a BlizzCon at all is in bad taste, that there's nothing to celebrate with the states that they're in. Now, I'd argue that the people saying that are obviously not probably not gonna go, but I want to ask you folks this question. Is there some sort of standard to reach before Blizzard should be allowed to host another BlizzCon again? Like, is it too soon because of the pandemic or bad press? Overwatch PvE is dead. That's the headline being thrown around as the Overwatch team is playing damage control. While it's not World of Warcraft related, it's hard to not talk about recent news that the long-awaited hero mode for Overwatch 2 has been scrapped. But what does that mean, really? The information isn't 100% clear at the moment, but initial reactions spell doom and gloom. Hero mode was meant to be a separate PvE mode for Overwatch that featured talents and leveling up heroes and solo or co-op gameplay, going through the motions of story development, pushing the Overwatch story forward after meeting all these dozens of characters. According to their new roadmap, there will be a story mode, so they still intend and they're pushing forward with story-based PvE content, presumably with co-op in mind, I hope. So it's kind of like any FPS game that launches with only the multiplayer and later the story campaign is released. Although in the case of Overwatch, it seems like it's going to be released in what's likely going to be separate pieces, maybe chapters across multiple seasons. What is gone are the concepts of gaining experience, applying talent, and customizations of that sort. Now, speaking for me here, just me, I don't think this is a big loss. Like, for me, the replayability of a game mode like that, it only holds up for so long, I think. My hopes are that the story missions are something that we don't have to pay for or even have to unlock on that battle pass doohickey thing, because frankly, I don't see that making any sense at all. Like, I say let this story mode be a way to, lure folks in, give them some of them coins to unlock a few skins to, get folks hooked, and then, thanks for the money! It's almost poetic. Remember, Overwatch was made out of the canceled Titan project, and it turned out to be a commercial success. Once again, the team is taking lemons, hoping to make lemonade, and we'll see how it all works out. So what's this got to do with World of Warcraft? It's a bit related. Critics without any sources are claiming that the forced return to office mandate played a factor as to why the hero mode feature is getting shelved. Folks are more than free to share their takes on whether workers overall should be okay with being told to go back to the office, but the reality is that workers, not just at Blizzard but elsewhere, they're forced to make some hard choices. Dragonflight, for all it was entirely crafted while most of the team worked from home, and since some of the team team left because they wanted to move on to bigger and better things. Others were maybe forced out because of these mandates, leaving room for other talent to get promoted and for new blood to be welcomed in. So, typical of me, I want to look forward to more positive outcomes. I don't want to take away a drop of the excitement there is to feel about going to a BlizzCon or just Blizzard's future. And I'd say that if you've never been to a BlizzCon before, and if you're a WoW fan, this is the year to go. It's just a gut feeling, but this is the first BlizzCon in a while, and I think it's going to be super special. I hope that folks get to feel the energy that I did when I've gone. And the last bit of quick news, the Race to World First ended with Team Liquid scoring a very decisive win over Echo with good consistent play, and also a strategic lack of transparency. As they were getting closer to defeating the final boss, they opted to cut off streams and continue pulls offline in the last few hours of their typical day, knowing that their strategy would likely be analyzed by rival teams while they slept, leaving them vulnerable to a loss, and it worked out. Which begs the question if that's the right play to make in competitions like this when teams don't sleep at the same time. The argument for global release is never going to end until it does become a thing, but if it does, this is going to be where the goalposts are pushed to next. The question is, should top teams be compelled to have similar start and stop times towards the end of the race to encourage fairness? And does that even make any sense? That's all I wanted to cover today, and at the end of the week, I want to talk about the state of WoW in this season. Because it's different. Gearing is different, grinding is different, and I'll be sharing how that's affected me as a player. So I hope you'll join me for that and more, and you can catch me live on Twitch too. Please like the video, subscribe for more content, and I'll catch you later. Stay safe, stay healthy, and stay breezy.